Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Bell Ringers podcast with yours truly, Ryan McDonald.
I'm Ty Press.
As always, please follow and subscribe on our YouTube at youtube.com/the Bell Ringers pod. Like our videos, give us a subscribe, tell your friends, and then follow us on all of our socials down below at Bell Ringers pod on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And then on Spotify, please follow our page and give us a review. Also at Bell Ringers Pod.
It helps a lot, guys, more than you think.
Yeah, and comments, like he said, like he usually says, we try to respond to all of them. So any comments you have, whether it's good or bad, you can shit on us for our picks. You can hype us up and say, "Oh, nice pick," or you can say, "That's terrible. You guys stink." All the same.
Yeah, our parlay hit. I had another bad week of odds of our picks.
Starting off NBA, our 76ers. Joel Embiid suspended for 3 games after missing the first 6 games. So that's working out for the NBA. But he's suspended after he shoved a journalist, Marcus Hayes, in the locker room. So this guy, I think the day or 2 days prior, wrote an article about the investigation the NBA was having on Embiid and whether he actually needed to sit out or not, or if it was just load management. And then he confronted Embiid in the locker room about his play and if he thought he really needed to play more and if it was a problem. And then Embiid got upset with the fact that he talked about his deceased brother in the article and got a little confrontational. No punches thrown, but there was a shove. But it seems like most Philly fans are kind of on Embiid's side. Guy's kind of a dick.
Kind of a Philly thing now, it seems, that if you talk about one of our guys' brothers, it's not going to go well and you're going to get a reaction. Many would argue a warranted reaction, like again, Jason Kelce.
I was gonna say the first part. I was so confused as to what other brother you're talking.
Where I was leading on to.
Yep. I was very confused.
Jason Kelce at a Penn State game, we're at a tailgate. The guy came up to him, talking a lot of trash and offensive terms about his brother Travis Kelce. Jason let it go for a little while and then snapped on the guy. Didn't hit him. Took his phone that he was recording him saying all this messed up stuff to him. Took his phone, smashed it. I think he grabbed it. I think he smashed it again.
Yeah.
And was holding it. And the guy was like, "Give me my phone back, Jason. Give me my phone back." Jason responded with saying, like, "Who's that? Who's the now?" Which, talking about this with other people, that's like the one part where, like, obviously his anger got to him. And, like, in my mind, has done no wrong up until that point. You kind of let yourself go a little too far there by saying it back to him, which, again, you're in a moment. You struck a nerve talking about the dude's family and his brother.
Yeah.
The guy obviously cares a lot about his brother. Said the term that the guy said back at him, and doesn't make it right, but it's not like he pulled that out himself to be like that's something that he uses. He kind of was just using it in retaliation. Again, still not the best look.
Yeah.
But overall, it's not like, I don't know, it's a weird argument.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like you can't come at these people. They're real people. They care about the family. They're not somebody that you can just go around and torment because you saw them on TV and maybe you didn't like them on TV or you don't like who his brother's dating. That doesn't give you a right to come up to this guy, put a phone in his face, and make fun of his family.
Well, it's like my guess is like that kid. Because, like I said, at the Penn State game, a lot of Penn State kids are Eagles fans, but it's also from all over the place. So I'm guessing that kid's either a Dallas Cowboys fan or some sort of AFC West kid, or because like he
just really hates Taylor Swift and wanted to make fun of Travis Kelce.
Maybe, but yeah, I mean
again, it's just insane.
Yeah,
it's a ridiculous behavior.
All right, now on to a little bit of an easier topic: the election. Let's get on that.
Yeah.
All jokes.
We're not going to tap into that quite yet. We're not trying to pick sides.
Wednesday here,
following to cut out the few people we got.
I actually wrote in Jimmy Carter. All right, so our week 9 recap. Starting off, I went 2-2. I'm now 20-16 overall. Pretty good standing. I would like to be a little bit more winning. I would like to have less 2-2 weeks, but not much I can do. I won my favorite Rams -1.5. They won by 6 against Seattle. It was a pretty easy one. It's officially the Jameis weapon was officially over. It's over. It lasted
our last episode.
One single week.
Discussion of he was riding the Winston train. I'm like, dude, it's never been a consistent thing. What he did was amazing, but it normally doesn't pan out that long. And yeah, it actually lasted a lot shorter than Ryan expected.
It lasted maybe a minute into this game because he threw an interception, I think, on like the first drive, and I was like, I'm cooked. This is losing. So yeah, I had Cleveland plus 1.5, and they lost by 17, so that wasn't even close. But then we both had Detroit at Green Bay over 48.5. We didn't look. I mean, I didn't look at the weather report. I don't think he probably did.
I mean, we recorded this probably too early in
advance.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. But yeah, it was a rainy game. That could kind of go either way. But the total ended up at 38 as Detroit won 24-14. So that was a clear loss. But then I won my under with the late game Sunday night, Minnesota home against Indianapolis. Over or under 46.5, and it ended 21-13 of a total of 34. Mm-hmm. So 2-2, 20-16 overall now.
I, as by character, went 1-3 because I can only go 3-1 or 1-3. But I took Washington minus 3.5, easy pick. End up being a lot closer than I thought because the Giants do keep it close to them. They end up winning by 5 points, so narrow victory there, but we got it. Like Ryan stated, my over of the Detroit Lions and Packers did not hit. Kind of fading my heart, I guess what we called it last week, was taking Dallas Cowboys plus 3. Turns out they are an absolute dumpster fire of a team. They got bodied by the Falcons, and it might have looked like a closer game, but really, Dallas just did not look good at all. They had a borderline very lucky touchdown with Donald. That was a freakish catch, just laying
down. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like he should have caught it initially, and then he had to bobble it to then get it, but it was weird.
Dak goes down that game. He is said to miss multiple. I think it was at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think they might be putting him on the IR. That's
right, so
that's the latest I heard.
Going forward, we have the Eagles Dallas next week. This is Dallas week, and no Dak Prescott. Kind of takes away from it. Like I believe it's in Dallas, right?
Let me double check. I'm not positive. I want to say it's in Dallas, though.
Yeah, it kind of takes away the fun of it because I would have been.
Oh yeah, it's in Dallas.
I would have been confident going into this game with Dak Prescott, and now. Like we don't like. I know we have a Dallas Cowboys fan in our group that like he's gonna bring up. Dak wasn't here. Like that would have made a difference.
I was thinking about trying to get him on for this episode, and then I was like, he's just gonna make so many excuses. It's not gonna be fun.
I don't know. I think he's got to know now how bad the team is.
No, but I meant like he's gonna be like, oh, I don't care about this game, and I'd rather go into the game with like a little bit more like because he would just be like, I know we're gonna lose. I'd rather go into it knowing that we're gonna like be able to go draw back and forth.
Right. As this game is kind of like he's not going to be sad about losing this game knowing he has Cooper Rush at quarterback. So, yeah, the Cowboys didn't hit plus 3. They lost by, I think, 6 points. My under was Saints-Panthers, which I think going in the first half, it was almost all field goals. No one was scoring that much. And then I guess just throughout the game, they just were able to stack up. I think it was like each person got like a touchdown in a quarter, and it kind of just added up to.
Yeah.
I think I had it at 43.5, and it ended up being 45. So.
Yep. Yeah. So you were close either way. I mean.
So yeah, 1-3. Rise got my overall record.
16-20. So the inverse of me, and you are tied with the wheel because the wheel went 2-2 this week and caught back up to you. The wheel won the Rams minus 1.5 with me. It won. It had Carolina plus 7.5.
Crazy.
Yeah, and they won outright, so it won that. It had the over Rams at Seattle. Lost that total of 46, so just barely under, and then it lost its under. I mean, by a mile. It had Vegas at Cincinnati under 46.5, and
like 5 passes.
Yeah, it was 41-24, so a total of 65, so not even close.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned earlier, our last week's Thursday parlay did hit. We had, let me go back and see. My pick was Joe Mixon over 83.5 rushing yards. He had 106.
Tank Dell over, I think, 60 receiving yards.
Yep, and he had 126. So Tank Dell doubled his. Joe Mixon got 20 more than me, so I think that was
we went a little too conservative last week, right?
Yeah, plus 270, so that hit, easy one. Yeah. All right, so maybe we make this a 4-leg parlay. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna offer. Do we add a conjoined leg into this? Because
I'm fine.
You.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we both can agree on a touchdown score.
Yeah, I mean, I got a few ideas. I mean, the one. All right, so yeah, I guess we can start off week 10. Just a couple of trades, I guess. I mean, the only 2 trades I really have in mind is Darius Smith, defensive end, going from the Browns to the Lions. And then you have Panthers trade wide receiver Jonathan Mingo to the Cowboys. Cowboys are all in now. Let's go.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore to the Commanders.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's definitely bigger.
Too.
I think most of the other ones were kind of smaller.
We already cooked with Marshawn Lattimore when we played the Saints, so Commanders are going crazy.
It's
oh, we're not. It's AJ Brown not against Forbes. Like, dude, AJ Brown did fine against Lattimore.
Like, I mean, AJ Brown is fine against anyone, but like it's like I mean, the Commanders are good and I respect them, but at the same time, the way the Eagles have played the past couple of weeks, no one scares me at this point,
except for Sirianni.
Yeah, I guess that's But the shaved head's working, so he's undefeated since then.
It's a winning record. We're 4-0.
All right, now we can look at Thursday Night Football. We have Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore's -6, and the over/under is 53.5 points.
An exciting Thursday night game. This is like, I think, one of the better ones we've gotten this season. I mean, Bengals are like, the record is obviously in the gutter, but what they just did to the they played. Was it the Raiders they played last week?
Yep. 41-24.
Joe Burrow was lights out, dishing it out to. What did he say? He had 5 touchdowns. Like, he was on another level. I don't know if this is the turnaround. It could also just be that it was the Raiders. I don't think the Bengals win this game.
They did. They lost against the Ravens earlier in the season in overtime, so it was a close game. It wasn't like it was far off.
Early in the season when they were a lot worse too.
Yeah. So I mean, I still think it's gonna be close. And that 5 touchdown passes is kind of going to hint at what my pick to be, if I can get DraftKings to load.
So yeah, we got Cincinnati Bengals at Ravens. The Ravens are -6 favorites, and the total is 53.5. It's a high total, but these are two. I mean, if you look at the Bengals last week and the Ravens pretty much all season, this is 2 hot offenses. I think the Ravens last week put up a good amount of points, didn't they?
I
know
think
Flowers had 2 touchdowns. Henry might have had 2 too.
They had 4. They both teams put up 41 points.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So it's the over is 53.5, but both teams almost got 40 something themselves. So I probably would lean the over on this. I don't know if the fact that it went to overtime does.
I'm leaning
divisional matchup. It's a rivalry.
I'm leaning +6 just because divisional rivalry, and I feel like Burrow does step up in these games against good or good teams.
Yeah. I could see them splitting this. And even though the Ravens looked so much better throughout the season, it's just a matchup that they're. I mean, I was gonna say they're the 2 best teams in the division, but the Steelers are up there too.
There's a chance that the Bengals will get T. Higgins back this week as well. And
I think he is.
And
back,
and I think the Ravens are without Isaiah Likely, so
they are.
It kind of multiple things are kind of moving in their direction. But I was thinking about taking. So Joe Burrow's passing touchdown line is over 1.5. It's -170. Could do 3+ or +220, but that might be a lot.
No, this Ravens defense hasn't looked great. I kind of. I'll tell you, I'm taking Zay Flowers over 70 receiving yards.
What's that? Because I was thinking about taking Jamar Chase, his receiving yards, but like his receiving yards really haven't been that good, that high since this game. Like he went off in this game, but he really hasn't been like that high, like that close to 100 receiving yards since. So I'm kind of afraid to go like, because right now basically like his over/under is probably like 84.5. So that to me kind of is a little higher than I'd like to go. It's 81.5. It's not bad. So you said Zay Flowers what?
I was gonna say, what do they have him at? Because I wanted to take him at +70, which I think is more than what they have him at.
It's 60.5 is his over/under.
Yeah, so I was gonna do +70.
Okay. Yeah, see, I think he had like 111 yards this game.
And then, do you want to agree on a Derrick Henry touchdown or?
Yeah, that's
Mark
fine.
Andrews.
All right? So, do you want me to do the 3+ instead of the over 1.5 to make a little bit better odds, or do you want to go a little more conservative? Actually, let's see. Let me put the Derrick Henry touchdown in there, and then we'll.
I like 1.5.
So with the Derrick Henry touchdown and your 70+, we're at +210. And at over 1.5 touchdowns, it's +370. If I make that 3+ touchdowns, it goes to +750.
Okay, we'll go 3 then. Let's have some fun.
Right.
3+ touchdowns for Joe Burrow. He got 5 last week. Zay Flowers over 70 receiving yards, and Derrick Henry anytime touchdown.
Yep. So yeah, the Thursday night parlay with the Bengals and the Ravens, we have Zay Flowers 70+ receiving yards, Derrick Henry anytime touchdown scorer, and Joe Burrow 3+ passing touchdowns. That goes for +750.
Let's go. We got our first win last week. Let's try to ride the high. We did boost the odds up a little more, so we're getting a little extra money.
Got a little risky, but
yeah, I guess maybe a little too high on ourselves after getting a 2-leg parlay, but we'll see.
But I'm pretty sure this would have hit the last time they played. So watch this end up being like a 15-10 game.
But I like it.
Yeah, so do I. Let's move into more of the Sunday games and our picks. All right. So Germany finally gets penalized for what it did in the 1940s as they get New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers at 9:30 in the morning. Giants are -6.5, and the over/under is 40.5. No fun in that game. I mean, I don't. I do have Jonathan Brooks in fantasy, but I mean, I probably will wake up for that game just to watch it. But that's something I'm gonna try and do something in the meantime while it's like in the background.
Giants -6.5 in Germany. I don't know. The Panthers just got dubbed. The Giants. Daniel Jones looked better in this game. Like looked probably the best he's looked in a little while. I mean, no, I think it wasn't until the second half he actually started throwing the ball. Because I think the first half, didn't he have like 0 passing yards? Daniel Jones had a ridiculous. Like it was the first half he had 0 passing yards combined. I think there's one guy that had -7, and then the second half he kind of started dishing out to Slayton in particular.
Yeah, I mean he was 20 of 26, 174, 2 touchdowns, so not bad. I mean, I
don't think I like the Giants at -6.5.
That's a lot of points, yeah.
It's a lot of points for the Giants. I would probably say take Panthers +6.5 here, and I would maybe lean even the under.
Yeah, I don't hate that either. The Gunder.
That's our Germany game. Our first game on my slate here for the 1 o'clock. Oh my God!
1 o'clock.
First game on my sheet here for the 1 o'clock is Steelers at Washington. Commanders are -3. The total points of 45.5. I probably would be leaning Washington here -3. They I think are put together better.
Give me the Steelers. Give me the Steelers +3. The
3
Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Washington gets exposed here. They lose for the 3rd time in this season, and then they come to Philly and they lose again. They lose 2 straight. Knock them down to 7-4. Give me Steelers +3.
And we take NFC East. So okay, I mean, I'm excited for that. That'd be awesome.
Like I said, I do respect the Commanders, but I mean, Pittsburgh's defense is gross. I think you're gonna have a defense like T.J. Watt where they're gonna get after Jaden Daniels, and he's not gonna know what to do. Mm-hmm. He's not seeing like an edge rusher like this. He's gonna be kind of a little spooked out. I think they're gonna scheme himself up on defense, and then Rusty's not been too bad.
No, he hasn't. George Pickens been balling.
Yeah, so. I think
off a bye too.
Yeah, I think they figured some stuff out. You got Mike Tomlin off a bye. Washington has not had a bye yet. They're kind of they're playing on empty tanks.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Steelers with my Yinzers.
All right, I like it. I was gonna lean Commanders, but you convinced me to root against the Commanders, which I probably should have already been doing. But
I don't mind the over here though, over 45.5.
I mean, yeah, I guess with the Steelers' offense putting up more points now.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
I don't have a pick on this one, but I do have the next one. You want to take it?
Sure. Next up, I got Buffalo at Indiana. Buffalo's -3.5, and the over/under is 48.5. Yeah, Indianapolis. Why did I say Indiana? Indianapolis. Well, Indianapolis, Indiana, same thing.
Yeah. It's abbreviation. That's what they call it.
Well, it's the city inside the state. So
yeah,
they are at Indiana.
Right. You're not wrong. They are playing this game in Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana. All right. Tell me your picks here.
I definitely take Buffalo. And
Buffalo -3.5.
Don't hate the under.
Well, I took the over on that. No, I didn't. I took the under.
This guy doesn't even know what he's taking here.
The reason I said why don't you pick it first because when I first glanced at my bet, I'm like over. I'm like I don't know if I even like that pick. Okay, so I'm happy then because I literally was like I thought I saw over on my sheet and I was looking at I'm like why did I like the over on this game? I'm kind of leaning towards under now that I'm looking at it. No, 48 for the Colts. That's a lot of points. 48's a good amount of points.
Yeah,
Buffalo offense moves like gets the ball around well and they get points up, but 48's a lot. I could see this game. Like Buffalo, I think is definitely gonna win. I don't know. I just can't see.
It's Indy's offense. Yeah, I can't see Indy putting up points.
Yeah, cool. And we're on the same page.
Yeah, there you go.
I had to tease you a little bit, thinking that I was disagreeing with you. So yeah, we're on the same page. Buffalo and the under. Next game I got is Atlanta at New Orleans. Falcons are -3.5 favorites, and the total points is 46.
That's sweet. It changed since I put it in.
Yeah.
That means I get half a point better. I get Atlanta -3.5. New Orleans stinks. Derek Carr stinks. Probably lost the locker room. You have Michael Thomas tweeting out saying that Derek Carr is putting wide receivers in the hospital, which he did. That throw to Chris Olave was his fault. Should not have thrown it like that.
Olave's got a highlight tape of getting knocked out cold now, and it's scary.
It's mainly all because of Derek Carr. So
I mean, he happened in college a lot too, but yeah.
But I think he has like 4 in the NFL.
Yeah, he does. It's rough.
Yeah, so not good. I don't think there's any. New Orleans just got beat by Carolina. I don't think there's any reason why Atlanta should not be able to win this easily.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And total points, would you say over under 46?
I'm fine with the under. I mean, Atlanta's defense isn't bad, so that's kind of why I want to. Yeah, I'll go under because I don't think Atlanta's going to put up that many
I
points.
like the under.
Next up, I have Minnesota at Jacksonville. Minnesota's -4. The over under is 45 points.
Sam Darnold did look a little shaky in this last game. I think they got robbed of a, I would say, like hit to the head on him, which was a big part in the game. And I think what they had the night game against the Jets, was it last week?
Yeah. Wait, who?
The Vikings.
No, they had against the Colts.
Oh,
That was
Colts.
my under.
I did take the over on this game, 45. I think Jacksonville was able to put up 21 points against us, and I think our defense is better than the Vikings.
Yeah.
Minnesota, I can see getting put. You have another week with T.J. Hawkinson in the belt, and I think he's gonna once he gets back into the flow of the game, they're gonna utilize him a lot more, spread the ball around. You have Jefferson's been balling out, Aaron Jones and T.J. Hawkinson now. It's a three-headed monster. I think once Hawkinson's back in the flow, I think they're gonna be able to move the ball a lot better. So 45 with I think Jacksonville is gonna be able to put up a couple touchdowns. And yeah, I could see the Vikings winning this game pretty easily too.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Minnesota part of this. My only thing with Jacksonville is, like you said, like they put up 21 against us, but 7 of that was faulty with that fumble recovery for a touchdown. So
right, but then again, that I put that back on. I think our defense is better than Minnesota's.
Yeah, no, that's fair. We have been balling out. I mean, it's not that high of a total, so I don't mind it. All right, you want to take the next game?
Yeah, I'll just make sure I don't have it. I got Denver Broncos at Kansas City. Kansas City is -8-point favorites, and the total points is 41.5.
I got nothing here.
I have nothing here, so
I mean, I'd be leaning probably towards Denver because 8's a lot of points, and we kind of Kansas City struggled against Tampa Bay.
So I would lean Denver here as well. I think I might lean over. 41 is low.
Yeah, and Denver's offense actually has been playing better recently.
Denver's offense has been playing good. I don't think they're gonna beat the Chiefs, but I think Denver can put up like 18, 19 points, and I think the Chiefs are gonna win this.
I mean, the Chiefs just gave up 30 points to Tampa Bay, so yeah, I don't hate that. Up next, I have New England at Chicago. Chicago's -6, over under of 39 points.
I have a pick on all of your games that you're talking that you say.
I have all my picks on your games except I will have one announced by myself.
My pick for this game. Well, actually, let me find out again. Rye, tell me your picks.
Well, it has to be your favorite or your dog. I gotta imagine you're gonna go Chicago -6.
Incorrect. After seeing DJ Moore walk off the field on Caleb Williams mid-play, that locker room, I can't imagine. Like, how the hell does Caleb and DJ Moore get along after this? His post-game interview was a fucking joke where he laughed about it. He was like, "Oh, I think I rolled my ankle there."
Oh yeah, that was
my momentum carried me off the field. Like, dude, you walked clean as day, like no limp off the field. That's bullshit.
And then came back in 2 plays later.
Yeah, it was horseshit. DJ does not like it there. Caleb has not been playing well, and I think the Patriots offense is putting up points. I don't think they're that bad. I think the team, how it used to be where the defense would carry them, the defense is not doing great recently, but I think the offense has been able to put up points with Drake May. And so, yeah, I don't think Chicago should be -6-point favorites to anybody, really, except for maybe Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I guess good points there. I don't hate it. I just, even without DJ Moore, even if like you say he's a non-factor, still like Keenan Allen, still like Romeo Odunze, Cole Kmet, DeAndre Swift. I think still they got a decent offense. And New England's defense stinks, and eventually Chicago has to figure it out.
We'll see. Would you say the over on this game then?
Yeah, probably.
Over's not a bad choice.
Yes, I mean it's kind of a pretty low total.
I got San Francisco 49ers at Tampa Bay. Niners are -6 favorites. I think this could be McCaffrey's return.
Yep, pretty sure.
They said he's cleared to come back, and the total points 50.5. So yeah, with McCaffrey coming back, Tampa Bay's still putting up points, which is just crazy.
Kate Otton's going off.
Yeah, Kate Otton's been balling out. I don't know.
I like the over here. That's my pick. Over 50.5.
50.5. Okay.
Both teams have tended to hit the over recently. Tampa Bay is still putting up points without like their top 2 or 3 wideouts, and like you said, San Francisco might get CMC back this week. So he's like a home run hitter. He's someone that can just go and get a 60+ yard play for a touchdown and just get a quick drive over. That's kind of what I want. Overs. Yeah, exactly. So I think they might there's a chance to get Debo back this week as well. So I think the San Fran defense or offense is going to play a little bit better. And I mean, if Tampa Bay can put up 30 against Kansas City, I don't see any reason why they can't put up like a 25 points against San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, 4:05 games start off with Tennessee at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are minus 7.5, over under 39.
I mean, it's a safe thing to say, but I like the Chargers a lot recently. They've been really putting it together. 7.5 is a lot for them. I don't know how much I love that. I don't know. It's a lot of 7.5 is a lot. I might even still be leaning Chargers here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. I don't really think Tennessee's good. I do have a pick here though. I'm going with the under 39 because Chargers play slow. They slow pace, and I don't think Tennessee can play football. I think they're pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't hate it, right? I don't hate it. Finally, I got the Eagles when we're breaking down these games. I got Philadelphia Eagles at Dallas Cowboys. We talked about it a little bit already, but Eagles are minus 7 points favorites, and the total is 43. We will not be having Dak Prescott in this game. We have Cooper Rush as Dallas' starting quarterback. CD looks like he's good to come back. He's questionable, but I think they are expecting him to play against the Eagles this week. I don't know. I think we bodied Cooper Rush. He's got a winning record. I think he's like 5-1 as a starter, and his only loss was to us.
Oh yeah. I saw it was a 4-1 or 5-1 or something like that.
Yeah. So I don't know, with this defense, like Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper's on the way they're playing. Like I think this could be a bad week for CD if anything else. Like it's just I don't think CD's gonna be able to do it with Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I mean I'm almost surprised that the line's only 7.
Yeah, I really like the Eagles here minus 7, and
I don't
know about the over. I probably would say under.
I just kind of want to say over because I think we just might put a lot of points on them. I think they do get Micah back, which is I guess a little bit against that. Yeah, I guess the under's probably not bad, but I think if I was willing to take the Eagles again, I would probably take them minus 7 as my pick instead. But I took Atlanta. I got New York Jets at Arizona. Arizona's minus 1. I think still. Let me just double check, make sure it's still.
I got minus 1.
No, I have now they're plus 1. So I have the Jets are favored now minus 1.
Oh, no, Arizona is plus 1. Sorry, I thought you said the Jets.
No, it's what I had earlier. They're opposite. All right, so Jets are minus 1 at Arizona. Mm-hmm. Over under of 46.
I don't know. The Jets kind of really look good. I know you love taking the Cardinals on these, but
Jets looked too good last week.
They did look too good last week. I think I would be leaning Jets here on this pick 'em.
I mean, it's hard to. The Cardinals also look pretty good. I think they won like 29-6.
I think I would lean the over. I'd be more confident with the over than anything else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Coming down to the Sunday night game, 8:20, Detroit Lions at Houston. With my final pick, I am taking the Detroit Lions minus 3.5 against the Texans, and the total points is 49. I kind of feel like I took the over with the Lions. This is the first time the over didn't hit with the Lions for me. But again,
that was a tough one.
That was just can't. I still think that's a safe bet taking the over as long as it's around 50 or so. The reason I do like the Lions on this though is the Texans they really haven't shown their best yet. I think this is one of the last weeks without Nico. I think he's clear to come.
I think
10. So
I think he can come back this week.
I don't think he is though.
Yeah. I just think he could.
But, so I like the Lions minus 3.5 here. The Lions always find a way to put up points no matter how you ask them to do it. So
I mean, they've been beating teams by double digits almost every single week. And they said
the Lions over normally hits, the Lions normally cover as well.
And Houston just lost a 2-6 Jets team.
I like it. All right, Ryan, finish this off.
Is this for your favorite?
That was my favorite. Lions minus 3.5.
Okay, yeah, sorry. All right. Last game we have Miami at LA against the Rams. Rams are. Let me double check. All right, this one stayed. They're minus 1. The Rams are minus 1. Over under of 50. I was hoping another one didn't change on me.
Again, we've already seen Tua back. I don't love it really. I'm not in love with it. I kind of like the Rams more.
Yeah, I mean the Rams are feisty. I mean Puka got kicked out for fighting. It's pretty feisty. I mean I like the Rams going into the season. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard for me to kind of waver now, and especially with them at home. I really like the over in this though. I think that's a pretty for sure one.
Yeah, I can agree with that. All right, so I would take Rams minus 1 here if you wanted to bet on this game, and over under. I think we're looking at the over for 50.
Yep. All right, let's pick the wheel. First up, its favorite is going to be Chicago minus 6. It's going against Ty.
Ooh, what a bitch. Good, I hate the wheel.
It's dog. It's got Jacksonville. Let's see. Who's that? Minnesota. So Jacksonville +4. And then it's over. Tennessee at Chargers. So it's going against me with the over. Don't think that's a good play. Under. Atlanta at New Orleans.
Okay.
So that is under 46. I think it's one we. I want to say we picked the over for that one. I can't remember. All right.
All right, hold on. Let me do the first recap. So I might have to run out. You might have to close it by yourself.
All right, go ahead. Start us up. All right, to start off our picks recap for Week 10, my favorite is Atlanta -3.5 in New Orleans. My dog is Pittsburgh +3 in Washington. My over is San Francisco at Tampa Bay over 50.5, and my under is Tennessee at Los Angeles against the Chargers under 39.
My picks. My favorite is the Detroit Lions -3.5 on Sunday night against the Houston Texans at Houston. My dog is going to be the Patriots +6 against the Chicago Bears in Chicago. My over is going to be the Minnesota Vikings and Jaguars over 45. And my under is going to be the Buffalo Bills and the Colts under 48.
And then the wheels picks are Chicago -6 against New England, Jacksonville +4 against Minnesota, the over Tennessee at Los Angeles against the Chargers over 39, and the under Atlanta at New Orleans under 46. There you go. All right, Week 10 picks and whatnot all down. Remember our Thursday parlay: Zay Flowers 70+ receiving yards, Derrick Henry anytime touchdown score, and Joe Burrow 3+ passing TDs for +750 odds. Have fun, gamble responsibly.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for reviewing, liking, everything. We love all of it. We comment back on every time you guys comment. We appreciate all of the help we can get. So thank you guys. Good luck in your bets this week, and go Birds.
Go Birds. You took it out of me. I was going to do that.